Yeah, when you've got somewhere to live and you even forget to forget your keys or wallet, and you suddenly realize that you haven't got it, you kind of jump. But when you're homeless, you 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 just get used to it. When you've got no keys and nowhere to go, you start to feel insecure and unsure what's going on, even, and you don't know where you're going to. My name is Bart, I'm 27 years old. I came from Poland 9 years ago to the UK when I was 18. I started working straight ahead when I came here, had many jobs, and I was doing well. I was living sometime with my mom, for some time on my own. Things were right until January when I lost my job, and I had no money. I was staying in my flat until I was attacked in that flat by a flatmate and had to leave. And I went on the streets. I was riding my bike sometimes all night long, sleeping in parks, on benches, outside of court of justice, quite safe. It feels unnatural to be homeless. It feels strange though. When you're homeless, you do feel a sense of loss. You just feel unsafe when you're on the streets. You feel totally unsafe. Like there's no one to help you. No one really cares as well. And you just have to get on with it. When you're homeless and you sleep in unusual places, in McDonald's, you feel a bit like a misfit, like everyone is doing and getting on with the lives. They are simple or difficult, that they just getting on with it, and you're just cut out from it, just hopeless. Yeah, totally hopeless. Without any salvation for a long time, without even hope for salvation for a long time. And I felt like I was on the road to nowhere.
So where do I start? Wherever it used to get dark, I used to sleep there. Find somewhere like quiet place and sleep there. My wife, she doesn't even know I'm homeless right now. They think I'm working, they think I'm making money and stuff like that. Everything was a new experience to me. They found me in a rounded park in Harlesden. I was sleeping there by the tree. This tree, worst feeling was like, or your friends don't like you. They pretend like when they see you, they pretend like they don't, you're not even there. Just walk off and they're trying to hide from me. Like when they see me, like if I'm walking there, they're walking from me, they just turn around and go back. That's what they've done to me. It's not good. Um, October 2012 was the time when I got my job. it was a good job. Yeah, I was working there for 2 years. I had to quit because I had to go back to Nepal. My wife was giving birth to my son, so I had to go back to Nepal. That time I had some saving on me, so I left my job, I left my place, so I left everything. I went back. On my head, I was thinking £8,000 is a lot of money in my country, and I can live for maybe a year. But when I got there, it was totally different. Money was running out fast. It was just going fast. One day, me and my wife were just talking, and we decided that I was gonna go back to London, work, and bring them over. But when I got here, I had nowhere to go, so I had to start everything again. I went back to my stepmom. She didn't let me stay there, so I had to go on the street. Sometimes you wake up and you think like, what's happening to me? This is Rounded Park, and this is where I slept rough. This is my mattress. This is my suitcase, and this is my bike. I was sad. I was scared. I was very cold. I used to think about all the good time I had and all the nice thing I'd done.
I was the only child, and my mom wanted me to leave Syria for my own safety. I felt afraid. Airstrikes, missiles, tanks, people dying. It was horrible. My mom built a house for 20 years, and it was very painful that the house disappeared all in a sudden. But the war and death obliged me to leave Syria. It was difficult for a person who lived with his family, his people, his relatives, in his own country, and everything is destroyed. I wish that I could bring her here and we can restart our life again.
يعني الإحساس واحد من سوريا راح
The feeling of homelessness is the same here as it is in Syria. The house is gone. The feeling of the house is gone. My mom built the house for 20 years. The house was destroyed in a moment, but my mother feels happy. I am here safe. It's a hard feeling that someone had a house and everything is gone. If it wasn't for the war in Syria, if my house didn't go, there was a need for me to leave Syria. My mom and I would have stayed in the house, happy, living a good life with pride.
was Syria before the war very nice. The army to my country, I see the people dying, 20 people dying. When I come to here, I was in boat. I see the dying.
I just want to see my mom. The most important thing for me is to see my mom. I want to see her.
I was sleeping outside my house because there was nowhere else. I didn't have anywhere else to go. Never been homeless all my life. Never, ever. So I didn't know anything about this. Well, my situation came about through, I would say, not being able to find work. My rent just went up, and that was it. I had to go. I had to give him back the keys, and I was just standing up outside. Instead of me being inside, looking out, and being secure at home, I was on the outside looking in. I wasn't lying down as such. I couldn't lie down. When you sleep rough, you sleep with one eye closed and one eye open. Would you call that sleeping? I don't know.
There's an expectation of how a father should be, and that is not homeless. She expected her father would have her own home, that she could calm down being spoiled by me. But she didn't experience that. She saw me desperate and tired and stressed, and that's pushed us far apart. Now it's a step-by-step recovery with her. I became homeless after I left university. I didn't have any money. I took a holiday to my country to stay with my mom. But when I came back, I stayed with my friends, as I had no home and no jobs. But then I couldn't stay there for longer and went into the streets. Sometimes I used to take trains from Creekwood, and I can go around with it all day to Stanmore and come back. And I remember one time I had a friend who used to give me his oyster so I can use nighttime, and morning time I give back to him. So all night I can be warm, and I used to go Stanmore, Stratford, sometimes I go Aldgate. Actually, sometimes I used to go into Heathrow and come back. It depends, the journey, through the journey it's easy for you to forget your situation. So that just makes me feel involved, and I can just have these long trips and up, down, and have a good sleep as well, and come out with a good energy. The Red City. This paint, I painted it when I was in the streets. A time of depression, stress, and hope. The Red City was my state of mind at that time. When I started this piece, it was to show a landscape of burning houses, and there was a burning within me. There was no hope. There was no hope inside me. But then you meet people who are also searching, who are looking for the houses as well, like you, who have the same problem and have a different stories though. I call it Blue City, where there is a sky scrapers, and these houses are surrounded by water, and there's only a boat to take you there. Blue City is to show there is a lot of things to be done in our society, to make sure no one lives in the streets, and that there are a lot of places where a man can have a water, shower, privacy and freedom. But it is take a boat to get us there. Thank God for the boat in Ashford Place.